Forum TV here. We're at the Bluebird Shopper and with Jeff. Our lights probably don't work. We got some wind blowing down Broadway today. Jeff, give us a little play-by-play of what's going on outside your window here today.
Yeah, well, it looks like they're pouring the last lane of the concrete. Well, not the last one.
The parking lane, I guess it is.
Yeah, I guess this would be the parking lane. And then what's left after today, I think they'll just have that middle section that they'll do, which hopefully they'll do tomorrow. And then they'll get started on sidewalks, I understand, pretty soon, like maybe tomorrow. So the next few days, hopefully, we'll be seeing some sidewalks going in with concrete right up to the buildings. There'll be paving stones, as I understand, there'll be paving stones between the sidewalk and the curb. But it looks like they're making good progress, and it's fun to see them getting this far and getting close to being done.
Well, it's probably going to take till the 18th, all right, to get things ready. But yeah, it's great to see Monday and Tuesday, this Tuesday, that concrete is moving along and moving along well. So we're going to interview Jeff here a little bit on what's happening in the street dance and that type of thing. But I thought I had a chance for a unique look here. We didn't have a light working to look at Jeff's good-looking face, but we'll catch him in the next round. You're watching Inform TV, Alexandria, Minnesota. We're with Jeff from the Downtown Business Merchants. Jeff, give us an update on the street dance.
Yeah, the street dance is going to be held on Broadway Street on August 1. Now, it was previously planned for July 18th, but we've moved the date a little later to August 1. And it should be a pretty fun event. It's going to be right on Broadway between 6th Avenue and 5th Avenue. There will also be some things going on between 7th and 6th, I believe. So on both sides of the 6th Avenue intersection, which is what will be under construction at the time. Everything to the north of 6th Avenue will be done with the new Broadway Street. So that's where the dance will be.
The first is it a Friday night or Saturday night then?
It's a Friday, I believe.
Okay.
August 1.
Okay.
I think it's a Friday.
Okay. And it kind of looks like there'll be some things for all ages, probably starting at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah, I've got the list here. It looks like from 2 p.m. They're talking about having like a family zone on the 400 block from 2 to 7. And there'll be things to do, things to eat, entertainment. There'll be some music. And then between let's see, it would be between 6th and 5th, which would be the 500 block then, that's where the dance will be. There will be some music from a couple different bands, an earlier one and a later one, the dance would probably be during the later one then, which starts at 7. I think we're trying to arrange some music from 5 o'clock until 7 o'clock, which would be probably more on the end of the south end, closer to 6th Avenue, yeah. And then closer to 7th Avenue is where they'll have the band and the street dance. I believe that's what they're talking about. It isn't all definite yet, but they're talking about that. There'll be a beer garden, I think. There'll be food. Well, we may have some booths from Downtown Merchants, food booths, I guess. And there'll be we're trying to get the Vintage Car Club there, and that actually will be between 7th and 6th Avenue, just on the other side of Broadway, of the 6th Avenue intersection. And that block won't be under construction yet, but that will be blocked off because of the intersection at 6th Avenue being under construction. So we'll be able to do these things in the street, which will be kind of a very rare thing because Broadway is a state highway, and I guess it's, as I understand it, it's pretty rare that you ever can have a state highway closed down and have events right on the road. So we're excited about it.
And so we want everybody to punch in on their cell phone, their calendar. August 1st is going to be the street dance now because of the delay in construction here on Broadway. And all of the downtown merchants. Obviously, you want a crowd to celebrate the first leg of the process being done and getting ready to. I suppose at that point in time, the intersection of 6, will that be dug up by then? It probably will.
Yeah,
I
actually,
suppose.
during this event, the 6th Avenue is going to be underway. I think that's the plan because 6th Avenue is being worked on, all of the blocks.
The 700 block will have room for the cars there then.
Yeah, the blocks that go out from there are a block to traffic anyway, so that's why we figure we can have some things right on the street.
Sure, makes a lot of sense.
So, yeah, and we were anticipating the phase 1 to be done July 18th, and that's when the dance. Well, actually, we were anticipating it being done a little sooner than that when we planned the July 18th date for the street dance. But
Sure.
then they were thinking, well, they may not be done until July 18th, and that's the date we had the dance. So we thought we better move the dance to a little bit later.
Makes a lot of sense. And anything else you're getting from the downtown merchants? Obviously, this week with the sidewalks closed, it's a stressful time for them. I've talked to some businesses, they're way down, others not so much. And so we want everybody listening to come downtown and try to wiggle around and get into the various businesses when you got friends and relatives in the area.
I talked to a couple businesses today. One of them was Travelers Inn, and it was really busy in there today.
Okay.
I ate lunch there today, and it was amazingly busy. And they've got a nice entrance in the parking lot side. And I did talk to another business too recently, and they said, oh, that was this morning at Cherry Street Books. They said part of the day, I think it was even just yesterday, was kind of dead, and then the afternoon was very busy. So we were getting kind of mixed reports on some businesses being really busy and some not being very busy at all. So I hope but I know that we're all really anxious and looking forward to getting done with phase 1 so we can open up again here on north of 6th Avenue, and hopefully we'll get back in the swing of things here.
Sure, and when they get this first leg done, hopefully that'll draw some extra business down, so some of these businesses will catch up a little. Anything else we should tell the listeners out there, Inform TV, as far as things going on in Broadway here, or other than just get here for the street dance? Anything else, Jeff?
Well, I would say come down and take a look at what's going on with how the design will be. It won't be completely done in phase 1. They won't have trees and things yet, but they're going to have a lot of things looking a lot different than it ever has looked before. So I think if you're curious about how it might look, it's really fun to come down and look around, and see what they've done.
And at the very least, have a meal at one of the local restaurants.
Yeah, come on down, shop, and eat down here. There's a lot of things to do here. So
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for talking with us, Jeff.
Okay, thanks, Alan.